Hey everyone, Coach Tracy here. I just wanted to go ahead and post this video that I feel is very, very important about the liver, alcoholic and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. If you or you know anybody that you're dealing with has this video is for you to watch. In 1995, I lost my father to stage 4 cirrhosis and pancreatic cancer. It was in that moment when the funeral home came to go ahead and take him because he wanted to be at the house with his family. There was no reversing it. There was nothing. This was in 1995. There was nothing that could have been done. It was way too far gone. And in that, I made a promise. Well, when I got diagnosed with fatty liver disease, I decided to just really take ownership over my life and admit the things that had caused that. And that was taking ownership over what I was putting in my mouth, how my lifestyle was. Um, I had gotten hepatitis C because I had used IV drugs for 8 months. I mean, I had to literally be brutally honest with myself with a lot of things. And so when I got myself cured from hepatitis C, I decided to go ahead and take care of that fatty liver. And I went to work. I started really focusing on nutrition. I learned about a lot of when Eddie came into my life, my husband of 24 years, I decided to experiment with a bunch of these rich superfood vegetables. And it proved to pay off. I'm 53 years old. I'm the best shape of my life. I've lost over 100 pounds and not even exercising, please. I'm not one to exercise. Now, I know that you're probably saying you're not a doctor, you have not that. Well, I am a licensed professional life coach, and I've had my license now for about 10 years. Um, I learned about the online space uh, a couple of years ago, and I'm just very, very new to YouTube. So I'm just starting to come out on YouTube and really get the hang of it. So I wanted to record this and talk about my journey because I know that a lot of individuals will probably recognize this. And what matters is your diet, portion control, and consistency. And what I mean by consistency is I was I heard about Bragg's apple cider vinegar long time ago. And so when I was standing in the store, I had a stranger come up to me and I'm looking at all these different vinegars, apple cider vinegar, and I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, what, I mean, really? And so we got into I don't remember her name, but we got into a conversation and she said hands down how it changed her. It's changed her skin, how much she's lost weight. And I was really interested in what she had to say because I knew she was genuine. It was just like God had put her in my path, you know. And so she showed me exactly which one to get, which was Bragg's The Mother apple cider vinegar. And I put myself on that regimen. Literally, I put myself on that regimen. And it, you know, most people want quick fixes. Guy, I'm here to tell you just from my own experience, this is not something that you can diet and think that you're going to get rid of. You've got to get the word diet out of the brain. You've got to reprogram the mindset to understand that this is a lifestyle change. Hands down. Is it going to be easy? Absolutely. Is it going to be self-discipline? Absolutely. And you may not like it at first, but absolutely. And consistency. Our bodies are not designed to have a huge amount of food during the day. We've been thought to think that eat your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, honestly, I don't. I don't eat lunch. I eat a sensible breakfast. I don't eat a lot for lunch, and I eat a good portion for dinner. I'll snack during the day. I'm here in the Philippines, so I'm 53 and we're in transition to retire. So here you can lose potassium quite easily. So we eat a lot of bananas, oranges, and so those are kind of the things that I snack on during the day. Um, Peanuts with garlic peanuts, things like that, because it's yummy. And since I've been on this lifestyle change now for, oh my gosh, over 20 plus years, um, my stomach has literally shrunk and I just don't require, I can sit down at one sitting on my plate and literally not even finish the food on my plate because I get so full. And that's also key is when you get full and you feel yourself getting full, stop eating. You're not going to starve. You're not going to go hungry. Just stop eating. That's going to help reprogram that mindset. But I put myself on Bragg's apple cider vinegar 3 times a week, 1 tablespoon in an 8-ounce glass of water. And I had it with ice. And I usually had it right after my coffee. And I had it while I was having breakfast. And the reason I chose ice was because it made the taste a little bit better and slow absorption in the stomach. And I wanted the slow absorption only because at the bottom of the Bragg's, there is what I call hair-like looking items. That is the organic apple that has been fermented. So it's not a disgusting thing. It's an actual, that is what actually cures the gut and starts reversing the gut. So drink it down. I know it may look funny to this day. I'm still kind of look at it and go, but it's so necessary for our health. And so I wanted to bring that message to you because it was not, I did it for a month and a half or 2 months. This isn't something that you can do for a month or 2 months or 3 months. This is something that you're going to have to start and you're going to have to look at it like a job. Okay, I have get up. Your daily ritual is probably coffee, tea, or something in the morning. A lot of people do smoothies. Um, Make it a point that right after that, you do your you do the apple cider vinegar, and then you come in with a proper diet, clean eating, increase fresh eating, no packaged foods, no processed foods, cut way back on the hamburgers, fast food, restaurant foods. Frozen foods are another no-no. And I say no-no because they're nothing but a filler for our bodies. They hold absolutely no nutritional value in them. And the reason I say that, very little, very little. And the reason I say that is because it's been frozen. And whenever you freeze something, you metabolically change it. You metabolically change the compounds. And so it no longer holds the nutritional validity that it did. Okay. The best time to eat your greens and vegetables is no more than 3 or 4 days after it's been literally cut from the plant. Now, you're going to sit here. A lot of people I know, if you're watching this, is going to say, okay, yeah, like, where am I going to find that? Well, very easily. One, you grow your own. I myself, I've comprised a cookbook that has links attached to it that in my private group in Facebook, I've had rave reviews from that, but that's not what this is about. I mean, so you increase your leafy vegetables. Try to get it as fresh as possible. There are stores, Whole Food stores. I actually personally recommend a farmer's market. And when I was in the States before I came over here to the Philippines, I actually went to a meat shop to get my meats because I figured it was a little bit more on the healthier side than getting the regular supermarket chicken or beef. I didn't never eat a lot of beef anyway because of the hormones. And then if you do get grass fed, it's so expensive because they upprice it for resale. So I had a tendency to kind of shy away from all of that. But the bottom line of this lifestyle change is that you should never not enjoy your food. If you're on a diet and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to be on this diet, and you're dreading it, you're doing it wrong. That means you're not going to keep it. I literally did not see results until almost a year on being on apple cider vinegar. That's how long it takes for your gut and those microbiomes, which is your natural bacteria that we all have as humans. That's how long it took to get that to identify with the change that I was putting in and actually benefit me. And now you say, Yeah, but you're not a doctor. How can you? I don't. You know what, guys? I'm coming to everybody because of my own experience, my very own personal experience. And that's what I have to offer. I don't have a degree. I have higher education, but I do not have a degree. The only license I hold is a professional life coach license from the Life Coaching Institute in the States. That's it. That is it. It took me literally this long to be able to put everything together to be able to bring this to the individuals that I do bring into my that are in my private group, Holistic Health with Tracy Badbada, and they have available to them tons of recipes. Now I do have an email, and it's free, and it has tons of recipes and tons of important information in there as well. So, but in the process of learning how to put together these superfoods, okay, I still, my husband had gotten diagnosed with high end stage 3, and he was right on the verge of not being able to do anything about it, because we went the hepatologist that cured me from hepatitis C for free. Um, he cured it. Well, I went to him for Eddie because we needed a liver biopsy. We needed to get all a fiber scan. We needed to get all that stuff done. His enzymes were way in the 70s and the 80s, and his AST and ALT were very high, and it didn't look good for him. His was alcohol induced, but just stopping alcohol, and if you don't change your diet, you're defeating your purpose. So I put him on a very strict regimen. I put him on Bragg's apple cider vinegar. I made him take his medicine 3 times a week. My son, who has type 2 diabetes, he did it with him because they work at the same company, and they ride into work every day together. So I made the two of them get on it. Not only did my son lose weight, but he's no longer type 2 diabetic. Yay. And he's young, and he doesn't need that anyway. So, and then I went to work. I really went to work, guys. I went to work putting these ingredients together that have just launched his health. In 10 months, he was cured. In 10 months. And my doctor, Dr. Eric Lawitz, he says, in all my 40 years, I've never seen this, which made us feel really good. I mean, that was a really good feeling for me. Made me feel very proud. It made me happy. And then I learned about the online space. So most of my videos are very uh not so techy like all the other ones. I'm pretty basic. I'm pretty just like your hometown kind of gal, you know. But I'm learning, and I'm getting better and better at it. And so yeah, check out the links I have attached finally in the descriptions. I'm going to see if it's YouTube's is actually going to put it with it now. So super excited to have learned all of this stuff. And yeah, so but I've stayed consistent with that, guys, and I'm 53 years old, and I'm in the best shape of my life. I am probably at the most optimal weight I could be. I probably, unless I exercise now, I probably won't get any thinner. But and that's okay, because it's not about what I'm not so much about what looks are. If the inside of me is healthy, then to me that's all that matters. And that is my passion, is the liver. Because I made my dad a promise. I made him a promise that I would never perish from this disease. I'm able to drink. I'm able to drink a couple of beers. I'm having a Red Horse now, with beer of the Philippines. But yeah, I have no side effects from this. It's, I can eat. I have the freedom to eat whatever it is I want. When I go to Lawag every 2 months, I indulge on pizza. I do. I can only eat 2 pieces, but hey, I get to have my pizza fix. So it's in that portion control, and it's in that moderation that's going to get you successful with fatty liver disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Now, if you're dealing with alcoholic fatty liver disease, then the number one thing you need to do is stop drinking. And of course, that's like a no-brainer, right? That's a common sense kind of thing. So I do live cooking demonstrations in my private group. I would like to bring that to YouTube. I'm just waiting on a few things here. The house that I'm living in currently, they're redoing the cabinets. So my kitchen's a huge mess. And I don't want that to be on social media. I'd rather wait for it to, um, get put back in, installed, and then I can put everything away, organize it, and then I can start going, doing my live demonstration, cooking demonstrations to show how to put these things together that has just optimized my health. And it has optimized uh, 3 clients of mine already. And one has had to have reroute interportal veins in the liver. So it's really done a ton of justice. So on that note, check out the links. If you watch, I'm happy you're watching. Thank you for having joined me. Thank you for watching. I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments. So let me know. Like I said, I have no degree. I'm not a doctorate. I don't have a bachelor's degree. I'm nothing. What I have is experience. And on that note, I'll let everybody go. Stay strong, stay blessed.